This is a video for Ed Golden. He's asked about my work in the rolling road, which is a test road for American Flyer. This is a royal blue chassis. Well, it's for a royal blue. It's a Pacific, and it's got a few red parts on it. As you can see, the engine behind it also has red parts. The engine behind it is a royal blue version 1940 from American Flyer O-gauge. The interesting point here is we have all the same parts on both, including the rolling road. Obviously the rolling road are spaced for O-gauge, but in this case, and ones in front of you are spaced for S, and they are notched underneath so that they can snap onto the track. So you could do this with a couple of pieces of track. As you can see to the right, I have the tender, which is also red plastic. The trucks were red plastic, but they're black now. But these are all 3D printed parts. The trucks are getting power from the track. They're getting 8-wheel pickup. That is 4 wheels on one side, 4 wheels on the other side, all take power and bring them into the rectifiers, which are in the back here, what I call a power distribution board. One of them is feeding the motor control board, another one is feeding the volt regulator for the smoke. And then they're hooked up to this engine. The motor is clamped in and it's running along using DC. It's been converted from the AC wire round fields to DC permanent magnets, and it's running DC into the brushes, and the motor runs around, which is what it's supposed to do. The 8 volts comes into this board, and this board heats up the smoke. And if I hit this button, this is my trigger for the chuff smoke. I don't quite have that wired in. This is rarely seen R&D, okay? So we're in the midst of finishing a special engine for a special customer. But Ed wanted me to show you the rolling road with the notches and that how you could use it. And I use my rolling roads daily. I use them on all of the development work, and even during testing. If I have a unit on the layout that's not running right, I'll bring it here and put it on the rolling road, check out some things, take off the bodies, put it back on the rolling road, ohm and measure voltages, check the amp readings, and see what's going on. But here we are with a 3D printed smoke, running a S-gauge Pacific, intended for a royal blue. We have an infrared trigger sensor. It's not plugged in right now. And we have a microprocessor board, which is operating the sounds and the chuff coordination. It's not plugged in right now either. I took all those down so you wouldn't be annoyed or confused by anything you're seeing here. The only thing I have is the power regulator, volt regulator, and the motor control board, which is our board. Everything you see that is red is our parts, and everything in the trucks is our part. Ours is Frankentrain Laboratories, and Ed Golden is our dealer. He's our reseller. We do the development, and he markets for us. He and I chatted yesterday about I could put a groove in the bottom. They could sit on the track, and we wouldn't have to sell them a $10 base. He said, that sounds like a good idea. So I sent him the CAD file a few minutes later, and about an hour later I had the part printed and tested. And today I have 8 parts printed, and I'm testing them. As you can see, I'm using some red, dark red, and light red. Light red's a new color, dark red is an old color. So I got old axles and stuff in the rolling roads, but they fit. It's identical, okay? I just put grooves on the bottom so it fits the track. Okay, this is the show. This is for Ed to show to some of his comrades in the business. I haven't grooved the rolling road for the Lionel, but I will. Have to find my one piece of Lionel track. I don't really deal with 3 rails very well, but I certainly like 2 rails. I'm going to be putting this engine on the track shortly. I'm hoping today, if I can get this out of the way. It's only 4 o'clock. I could get it on. If I do, I may send out another video so you can see it running as well as rolling. Okay. That's it. This is the rolling road with the grooves. We're calling it Groovy Rolling Road, and it's for S-Gauge. Thank you. Bye.